Hey chickies, thank you so much for hanging out for today's video. We are going to be creating 3 different looks using the Blvd Sweet Escape palette. This palette really inspired me to create a few different looks for the upcoming springtime. Of course, you can use whatever you have in your collection to recreate the 3 looks. These shadows are pigmented, they're blendable. You do have a little bit of fallout, but not as much. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. Just a little heads up, for the 3rd look, the mic did unplug midway filming, so the audio is a little bit off. Tried to fix it as much as I could, but you could definitely hear the lens focusing. My apologies. But anyway, let's jump into the looks using the palette. We're taking it back to old school YouTube and just doing a good old-fashioned makeup tutorial. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you please follow. I'm pretty active on stories, pretty much with everyday life, just thoughts, and it's pretty much unfiltered things. We're going to be using the Blvd Sweet Escape eyeshadow palette. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a really good palette, I think, especially for springtime. And who else is ready for spring? Because I am there. You don't have to use an eyeshadow primer. You can just use concealer, but make sure you set it with a bit of powder so that it doesn't move around. And shoot, I think we applied a little bit too much. A matte transition color, vacation mode, and just take a blending brush into the crease. Another really pretty matte shadow called In the Clouds, right below the crease, just into the socket of the eye. Take a clean blending brush and just blend this out. For the lid on Holiday, it's beautiful. It has a reflex of pink and purple and gold, and when the light catches it, it just looks gorgeous. Flat brush. See, look at that. Right? It's beautiful. You do get fallout with this. You could use glitter glue if you want. Didn't have any problems with it. That's also why I didn't apply foundation yet. My nail just dug right into the shade Frequent Flyer. Look at that ugly dent. It went straight through the shadow. For the outer corners, we're going to use Out of Office. Out of Office is more of a duochrome because when the light catches it, you could also see it's multi-dimensional. And we're just gonna place this starting from the outer corner and then dragging it in. Take our blending brush and just blend very gently. For this little area, we're going to take a bit of Carry On, which is a gold, and you just want to pat that right over top just to help it blend. Sharpen up the edges because it's definitely very messy. We're just going to use some makeup remover. You can use a makeup wipe, but I've been using these reusable cotton rounds. Clean it up. We are back. And now we're going to hit the bottom lash line with In the Clouds. Go right along the lower lash line. For the inner eye corners, to brighten up the eyes, to open them up a bit, let's go in with a bit of Carry On. Let's go over top with First Class because we really want the inner eye corners to pop. Here's the completed look. Love the way how it turned out. I think it's perfect for a little bit more glam daytime look. Definitely wear this for a nighttime. Love, love, love the glitter on the lid. That shimmer is just, it's so pretty. We are back for a second look, already primed the eyes. So we're gonna first start with Vacation Mode as our transition color. I had to adjust the light because it was a little bit too bright. The matte shade called Window Seat, a muted purple to deepen the crease. And with a flat brush, we are going to take this shade called Carry On, a duochrome. It's very reflective, and we're just gonna put this all over the lid. Flip the brush over and then apply a bit of Sweet Dreams. And this shade is gorgeous. It's a purple, but it has a pinkish hue. Tap this right over, just to make it interesting. For the outer color, let's go in with Frequent Flyer. Darker purple, but it has a bit of a reflective hue to it. It's like almost like a pinky purple. I'm gonna drag this in. Sweet Dreams, just to fade it in together. I don't want there to be any harsh lines. We're gonna take some makeup remover, clean up the edge. Let's finish up with the eyes. We're going to use a bit of Day Trip, which is a matte brown. Sweep this along the bottom lash line, stopping about halfway. Beige color eye pencil, just to open up the eyes. Here is the completed look. Absolutely love the way how the eyes turned out. That beige eye pencil, just to kind of open up the eyes. Really love the pairing of this. Another good alternative would be to maybe line the bottom waterline with bright lavender. We are back for our third and final look, and with this one I was really thinking about what type of look we could do. Wanted to play around with maybe really deepening up the crease but keeping the lid a little bit more simple. So we're gonna just wing it and see how it goes. The transition color, we're gonna go in with the matte shadow called Vacation Mode, which is just a matte light brown. We need to wash the brushes this weekend because we barely have anything left over. I want to really make the crease pop with the matte purple in the clouds. Then we're just going to blend it out. All over the lid, we are going to use First Class, which is a beautiful champagne. And then for the outer corners, let's go in with Sweet Dreams. And this one is a duochrome. Really want this outer corner to pop. Let's spray the brush, which I should have done earlier. I don't know why I didn't do that. And then dip into Sweet Dreams. There we go, much better. Some makeup remover and a Q-tip. Clean up the edges for a nice sharp wing or a nice sharp edge. An angled brush, and we're going to use Day Trip, which is the matte dark brown. We're going to use this to create our line. So we're not going to use a black liner today. I'm just going to take another brown from a different palette that's darker because we want it to be softer, but this one's just a little bit too light for my liking. The shade I'm using is Tan Lines from the Violet Voss eyeshadow palette. Don't mind the lash glue because it is still drying. Let's finish up the eyes. So I was debating between the dark brown underneath the eyes or a purple, but I think we're gonna go with the dark brown Day Trip. And I'm just gonna sweep it right along that lower lash line. Here's the third and final look. Love the way how it turned out. It's a little bit softer on the eyes, especially since we use the brown shadow as liner, so it's not as intense. But you could definitely still smoke it out, make it a little bit more, you know, dramatic, but I love the way how it turned out. Let me know which look was your favorite, 1, 2, or 3. Would you guys rock these looks for the upcoming springtime? Would you rock them now? Please let me know. I love chatting with you in the comment area. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you found it helpful and just enjoyed hanging out, found it entertaining. If you did, please make sure you give this video a like, subscribe if you have not already. Would love for you to be part of the Chicky crew. Thank you, Chickies, so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.